Okeechobee has now dropped below 17 feet, and that certainly is good news. The bad news, though, is that to get the level down, the Army Corps of Engineers had to go ahead and discharge tens of billions of gallons of water, both east and west now. This really highlights the need for more water storage in the Glades. State lawmakers passed a bill earlier this year to build that reservoir south of the lake. So where are we exactly in that process? The Now's Alex Hagan live for us in Clewiston this afternoon with some answers. Alex?
Well, Shannon, that process continuing here in Clewiston. We're outside the John Boy Auditorium near downtown, and the South Florida Water Management District is holding a public meeting here. What they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with a plan, a model to show the federal government to secure that funding for that reservoir as this process continues, and it is a project that is so badly needed as those discharges continue. At the St. Lucie locks,
that's about 3 billion gallons a day right now.
Mike Connor watches these releases harm his estuary.
Concerned about our fishing economy, our tourism economy, water sports. The IRL is toast in my mind right now.
He says this only highlights the need for that reservoir south of the lake.
Have to have a project. It's law. We have a law. We're encouraged.
So where are we at on that project? Earlier this year, lawmakers passed Senate Bill 10 to create a 60,000-acre reservoir on state land south of Lake Okeechobee, which is expected to cut down on those harmful discharges.
State legislature presented the district with strict deadlines, and so far we're meeting all of them.
Randy Smith with the South Florida Water Management District says the challenge now is getting the feds on board. The cost of the project more than $1 billion. State and the federal government splitting the bill. Tonight's meeting the first step in coming up with a model to show Congress.
To make sure that what the state presents to the federal government is something that really has a chance to move forward in Congress.
So the key takeaway here, this is no done deal. The district has to have a good plan to secure that funding.
Fearful of the amount of nutrients in our water.
Back at the locks, Connor hopes our state leaders make this happen.
It's a must now, and we are pushing for as much land as possible.
Now, there were a lot of questions here south of the lake about this legislation, particularly here in Clewiston, which is why they are holding this meeting here south of the lake. We're going to touch on that part of the story, all new at 5:30. Reporting live.